Okay, so um, um, a commentator or several commentators have actually um, contributed a very important comment to the last video. It's actually still being processed, so it actually maybe this video will be processed in because it's probably will be much shorter, so it will be processed in YouTube. Finalize the process. YouTube will finalize the process before. I mean, the actual video that I refer to now is completed. But anyway, I refer to the video of the 6 slides of 3 crucibles. So what we've seen in this video that interestingly in the 2 slides from the small metal crucible, we haven't seen no Neros at all, or almost none at all. And like one slide was 0 or maybe 1, and the other one contained maybe 1 or 2. And it's pretty irregular because, first of all, you should remember that this, I mean, we had quite a bit of Neros. I mean, first of all, after the electrolysis was over, we had, I mean, very big amount of, like, I mean, a very large amount of Neros, and even after the first fire, I mean, we've seen even more. And yes, I burned it too much, so it's too dry, but it's not completely dry. It's not completely dry. And in fact, I've taken it like for like the samples from the very burned, like, I mean, parts, maybe contribute somehow to that effect that it's so, I mean, there aren't many Neros, but still there is still some wetness in it, and so there should be Neros in it. I mean, it's a little bit surprising what we've seen. And we see that, I mean, of course, I mean, you know, in the other 2 crucibles that were buried beside it, I mean, there's still a tremendous amount of Neros. Now, so a commentator actually, I mean, so these commentators, I mean, they remind me of something that I haven't said, but it's very important. So during the last, I mean, the one of the last 2 fires, I mean, that I've done, like after the previous review, I've actually added not only beeswax and oil and turpentine, but also added like several like pretty large bits of, I mean, cuts of like a chicken schnitzel, and also like a patty, like, I mean, you know, tzitza, like, I mean, you know, like, I mean, like a meatball. I'm not even sure what it's made of. Maybe meat. Maybe I didn't eat it. I don't eat these things. I eat only. I almost. I mean, try to only eat only fish. Like, I mean, if available, and otherwise, like, I mean, you know, vegetables and I mean, you know, legumes and wheat things. I mean, you know, cereals. I don't eat any of the meat and chicken that is served here, like that we get from charity here. But I did I have taken, like, I mean, bits of the chicken schnitzel and this meat, something, or maybe it's meat, maybe it's chicken, like, I mean, patty, and I place it on top of the fire. Now, the original idea was to emulate what I've done, like in the past, in the crucible, or the big crucible where the full metal jacket was created, where I placed like bones of chicken and also chicken skin on top of it, of the bones. Like, the idea was maybe to symbolize like the creation of something big, but like big life forms, but the effect was actually now very different because it smelled like barbecue. I mean, it was like for quite a bit of time, it was like a smell of barbecue in the room, because the schnitzel, I mean, the chicken or meat, I don't know, like meatball or chicken ball, whatever. I mean, they burn like pretty, I mean, thoroughly. I mean, you don't even see like any shred of it right now, or at least it's not easily recognizable. And there was like, I mean, yes, for some time there was like a real, you know, strong, like, you know, the barbecue, like, you know, smell in the room. And it might be, it's not far-fetched to link this phenomenon to the fact that we don't see Neros in this mixture. Again, the Neros were taken just, I mean, from the fire, I mean, where these actually things were burned, and I cannot really explain it, and I'm not sure that I even want to actually like probe into that too much. Like, maybe, I mean, just as a lesson from that, I will just stop like adding any kind of like meat or chicken or whatever, like, I mean, or even bones. And if I want to add bones, I will just, I mean, add, you know, symbolic bones, because, I mean, you don't really need to add bones if you want to symbolize bones. I mean, the Neros understand symbolism, so I should have, like, I mean, if I wanted, like, to say, I mean, create things with bones, I should have, like, I mean, created bones from plastic or something like that, and much bigger than regular bones, and this could have been, like, much better, I mean, from the perspective of the Nero. Just, I didn't think about it too much. And I don't think that I want to actually, like, reproduce this experiment and to, like, to actually, even though from scientific perspective it's extremely, like, interesting, like, I mean, you know, to try to verify, I mean, or to, I mean, disprove, I mean, you know, the connection between the burns, like the burning of, like, I mean, or possibly digestion of meat and chicken, and the fact that the Neros are, I mean, just go away or die, or I don't know what they do, go, I mean, terminate themselves. I don't really understand, but I mean, they're just not there. Of course, it should be said that, I mean, and this was, I mean, you know, this is related to a very important issue, like, from the paleontology of humans and the mythology of humans and the history and prehistory of humans. That, I mean, an issue that I spoke about it several times. I mean, it's also related to what I call the fairy tale, like, I mean, you know, the Three Sisters fairy tale. I mean, the general, I mean, thing that you should know that is that Venusians, unlike the cherubs, my species, we are different species. We are originated in another place. But the Venusians, what you call Venusians, are actually, or what I call Titans. The Titans of Venus, they are actually descendants of refugees. This is an interesting story. It's part of the Three Sisters fairy tale from the planet Mars. And what you call Homo sapiens are also descendants of Martians. And there are also Martians that are in hibernation. And all of these creatures, they had the Neros in their body. And the main difference between Venusians and Homo sapiens is that for a long, long time, the Venusians did not eat meat and chicken. And I'm not sure even why. Maybe they don't have it in their planet. I don't even know. Like, I mean, maybe they don't have it. Maybe they do have it and they don't eat it because they don't know how to hunt it. Or maybe they have moral reasons, cultural reasons. I don't know why, but they just don't. And humans, I mean, of course, they eat chickens and you know, they eat poultry and meat. I mean, you know, and they've done so, I mean, since long ago. And over time, this eliminated the Neros from the Homo sapiens body, and also gradually reduced the number of, like, their lifespan, in a process not dissimilar to the one that is described very briefly in the book of Genesis, and also in other mythologies of humans. And so let's just put it on the table, or let's just remove it from the table, and that's it for now.